Episode 106. Our adventurers helped a Solar named Elendor defeat an army of devils trying to open a portal in a wood elf enclave. They then went to Excelsior and met up with Arendel's brother, who gave him a warning. From there, they found their way to the High Chancellor's Keep and to a tower leading to Mount Celestia. Will adventurers find answers to their questions, make it to the Blood Rift, or end up becoming Sherpas to the Archon tourists? Only time will tell. So let's start out with an opening scene. Lord Valthor, the disciple of Dispater, enters Zariel's tent. Archduke of Avernus, I have promised you victory, and our champion Pyroclasmus has given it to you. Now we marched forward toward the spire. Zariel looks down at her map, moving a piece off the board. Good. Very good. Our Lord will reward you for your obedience. For now. Of course, my lady. We shall prove to you that Lord Dispater is worthy of Asmodeus' trust. And that's the opening scene. You guys are now, all of you guys are together outside of this main tower. If you guys can see on the map on roll 20, in the top left-hand corner of this map is Excelsior. And the tower is right in the middle there. You're right at the doorway. You're, to the left of you is this Archon named Blazara Lightmaker. And to the other side of you is this halfling warrior named Mendel. Each of you has this ring upon your hand with face of a silver dragon. And it's beginning to feel a little warm on your hand as you get to this very ornate door. What are you guys doing?
Once we get to this door, like, with the ring on our hand, does it feel like we can activate it, or is there anything special we could do with it?
Arcana.
I was gonna ask the same thing.
You
may also
roll.
An 11?
Yeah.
13.
Charles, you can tell there's Arcana in this, but the weave just is very complicated, or you're distracted or some sort where you just don't know what it's doing.
Yeah, there's something going on here, but I can't quite make sense of it.
As we get up to this door, what does this door look like?
Well, this door is very intricate. It has these two wings on either side of these doors that open up, and the wings are in perfect order, and the bricks around you are made from, looks like white, very white, but there's gold flecks, and you can sometimes see gems, and each is perfectly placed. It almost hurts your eyes how evenly dispersed each brick is in this tower. And as you look up, it goes all the way into the clouds above you. Dizzying heights.
I'm just gonna reach out and like knock on the door with my ringed hand.
Okay. As you do, you feel the Arcana, the weaves, like meld with the door, and you hear an audible click to the door.
Well, that did something. I'll try and open it.
The door opens up, and right when you open it, in the crack of the door, a light shines out, bright to your eyes as it adjusts. As you open it up, inside, there's this gleaming marbled floorway. In the center of it is a mountain that rises up into the sky, and around it are 3 staircases that lead, one to the straight ahead, one to the left, and one to the right, and of course the door that you just opened.
I will look to the not the halfling warrior. What was the other woman that was with us?
So
the Archon, sorry?
Yeah, the Archon. Blazara Lightmaker is her name.
Lightmaker, do you know which direction we're supposed to be headed?
I do not know. Each staircase is a journey that only you can take. Everyone is different. If you are not truly worthy, you will never find the pathway out.
Uh-uh.
Alright, I guess we're taking that one. And Jay, I guess we'll head towards the nearest stairway.
Okay. They're all pretty even. So you have straight ahead, one to the left, or one to the right.
I'll take the
go
one
left.
Oh, yeah, let's go left.
Okay. And as you take the one to the left, the bricks are gleaming white in the golden materials like marble or alabaster. It shines with this divine light. You almost have to squint a little bit if you look at it. And as you begin to take the stairways up, there is this beautiful stained glass windows that depict a scene of an angel fighting a devil. You continue to walk up these stairs, and why don't one of you roll me a 1d4, please?
Yo, I got this.
You got this.
Okay.
2.
All right. After 2 hours of walking, you come...
Oh my god, it's 2 hours of stairs.
Yes, you come to this platform that you can... It's almost a balcony, and the stairs level out. And as you look out at this balcony, why don't you... Who wants to see can roll me a perception check.
I'm catching my breath from the
sorry?
stairs.
Yeah. Perception check. You're looking out the balcony in the distance. 18? Anybody else wants to look?
I'll look.
I might as well. Might as well.
Might as well get your peepers
There we
on
go.
this.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
that's
that's
what
what
we
we-
do cardio for those stairs.
Yeah, you're
I'm just
in an 18. So Jay and
Yeah.
Kieran, both you look out this beautiful landscape, but you're so high up, you can actually from this distance see Fortitude and almost Automata, the two cities. And in between those is this fiery red smoke. You can tell that war must be raging between Fortitude and Automata.
Looks like there's a bit of a conflict going down between those two closest cities at the edge there.
That's an issue. We don't have friends there, right?
I don't think so.
Well, that's better than it could be.
As you see Charles is catching his breath and he's leaning against a statue of this guardian. It seems like a probably 12-foot tall marble statue of a warrior. His sword is down. He's holding it in the hilt in two hands. Its blade towards the ground. He's stoic, looking out towards where this balcony is.
And how far away is he from us?
Charles, he's where? So the stairs rose up and flattened out to this like circular room, and then there's more stairs. There's actually 2 more stairs leading up, and there's this guardian, celestial guardian statue right in the middle of this room, looking towards the balcony.
now. Do I recognize anything about the statue?
You can give me a
Like, is this?
history or religion.
Yeah. After kind of catching my breath, I'll take
Sure.
a better look at it. 21.
Yeah. It doesn't have any names or anything, but you could tell this is a warrior of Mount Celestia. No one famous. But as you're looking at this statue, kind of contemplating as Jay and Kiergan are looking out the balcony, Charles, you see there is a light coming from one of the stairs down towards you, moving.
One of the statues is moving?
Nope. A light from one of the
Oh.
stairs is coming
Gotcha.
down. And you see like maybe some shadows playing on the wall.
Guys, you
I-
seeing this?
Look up the stairs.
You can go.
See what's up there?
Yeah, you can go over there. And as you
Alright.
do, coming out of the stairs, very visible, is a 2-foot tall humanoid glowing. Its body is translucent. It's emitting this soft, warm light. At the top of its body, where the head would be, is a spherical lantern-like structure. And it has a pair of small, delicate wings that it's using to hover and move gracefully through the air. There is a faint circular halo above the lantern head. The body itself is humanoid in features, with arms, legs, and some facial features. But most of it is obscured by this light that's emitting from it.
Do I have any idea what this sort of thing is?
You can give me, anybody who wants, can give me a religion or history.
Come on, Jay. You're always a religious man, weren't you?
Nope,
Nope.
apparently not now.
He was not.
Okay, 17.
Hey, can I roll a history or religion also?
Of course. How are your studies?
+0. So I also got a 17.
Okay, you guys both read the same
Hey.
book.
Nice.
It's a lantern archon. It is, in your religious studies, one of the lowest forms of archon, and it bobs right next to you, and
It is so good to finally see you and meet you. Hello. It took me a while to get here. My name is Truminia, and you must be the bonded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what people call
Truminia,
us.
you said?
Truminia. Correct.
Nice to meet you. How long have you been coming to get us?
It's hard to tell. I made it through the portal, got lost along the way. Please don't tell my master. I'm trying very hard to get to the next layer of Lunia. So I'm just trying to impress him. I'm here to take you to Lunia.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Excellent. Please put a word of advice for me and tell them when you meet him that I did a great job.
Yeah, you got it.
We'll let him know you deserve a raise.
Thank you. Okay. Follow me.
Yeah, I'll just kind of look at my companions and shrug and follow Truminia.
yeah, and this lantern archon is taking you up several flights of stairs, and it gets kind of confusing as it takes several flights to the left and then opens a door and then goes up another flight, then down a flight, then up 2 flights. Finally, you get to this portal. It is gleaming white mirror that stands probably 10 foot tall, and it is probably 10 foot wide, this big square of light that is against this brick wall of gold. The whole room is gold, and there are these columns of coins that rise up to in the middle of this room, that from floor to ceiling. And beside of this mirror are 2 more of these statues that you've seen periodically in this tower. And this archon, she looks at you and she says,
Follow me. No worries. Please, just right through the mirror.
and it disappears into the mirror.
Can I just kind of make sure that this isn't like some sort of sneaky trap or something? Can I just insight that
yeah,
guy?
that would be what it would. Insight, please.
Because we've jumped through a lot of portals.
Yes, you
so
have.
8. I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I mean, I have true sight, so I probably would see through if they were illusions.
Yeah, it was not an
Yeah.
illusion, and very hard for you to tell since you couldn't really tell from facial features. But
Yeah.
you can tell this a tower connected to Mount Celestia, a lawful good realm.
You can tell from how bright everything is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Feels like I'm getting flashbangs everywhere I look.
Yeah, we've got like some sort of like eyewear so that we don't go blind.
Still have those goggles from Eberron.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And in fact, I'm going to put them on to kind of shade the
nice.
the brightness.
There you go.
Very stylish.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, who wants in first?
Whatever, might as well.
Well,
Nice.
Okay.
Right
And
behind you.
Kurgan disappears, and then goes Charles, and then Jay.
Yep.
All right. You begin to fall. It's dark, and you're falling down. Do you guys want to do anything here?
Is there any sign of anything, or is it just like dark expanse all
so
around us?
you can see there are stars above you. Glowing towers are off into the distance. You look down and there's this water surface underneath you that you're falling towards. And as you get there, you can see there's things glowing underneath the water.
Is this like when we first... Did we fall out of the tower when we first showed up, or like at the center of the place here?
Nope.
I did not prepare Featherfall today, so I won't be doing that.
I could fly, but that really only protects myself right now.
We could cast 3rd level spells, right? No
you
higher?
can cast everything now.
Oh,
Full power.
snap, okay. Well then I will just real quickly poof and transform myself into a giant eagle.
Ooh.
And just catch both of them, like, with my talons,
Yep.
and then just gradually fly us down.
Oh, nice. And you land on the beach, and behind you, these waters are lapping against the shore. There's this silvery luminescence that bathes the entire region in a serene, ethereal glow. And just beneath the surfaces is this school of glowing fish that seems to swim by in perfect lines and symmetry. You turn around and you see that Lunia appears before you, a pristine city of radiant marble and alabaster. These spires rising gracefully from the water's edge. The city seems to float above the sea, its crystalline structures glinting with silvery glow. There are gorgeous gardens, and the flowers are lush.
Well, we've jumped through portals to worse places, that's for sure.
Yes, you have. This is Lunia. This is my home. And I am here to take you to the castle. Right over there. Castle Malovik. There, we will lead you to talk to Mr. Malovik himself.
Are we on like a major... Like, is he expecting us
He is.
now, or like in a couple hours, or what?
I'm just tasked to bring you and lead you to him. And then further on, I'm here to be your guide wherever you want to go. Is there anything in particular?
Well, I'm just still real pooped from that fight, and I don't know how my companions are feeling.
So, you're looking to take a rest?
Just like sit down for an hour.
Oh, I am sure we can find you rooms in the castle. It's just right over there.
All right. Guys, is that good with y'all?
As you walk closer to where this lantern archon is taking you, there's this castle. It is constructed from this pearl white and silver materials with these carvings of Pegasus, and the castles have this soft golden light, like it's almost translucent the way it goes. There are these ethereal gardens with these bright red flowers, and the smells are just overwhelming you with, it's calming almost to you. This It's almost like a meditative state, walking through these gardens up to the castle. And to the left and right of the doors are two archons with their gleaming white swords. They nod to both of you as they open the doors and lead you in. Inside, there is an atrium. There is frescoes of these beautiful battles of angels and demons. And above you is this crystal chandelier that is casting this warm and inviting light.
So, are you ready to go inside? Or do you want me to find you a room right now? It's up to you. Whatever you want. Just leave a good word for me.
You got it. Y'all want to go in?
I mean, yeah.
Let's do it.
Just this way.
And it leads you a little further in. Inside there is this room where these two people are sitting down in a chair. They're talking about, why don't all of you roll me a perception? And,
Perception time.
Yep, the highest
19.
one. Ooh, nice. 19, 20, 23. Okay. So most of you can hear that they're talking about laws, and if there is someone who steals something from a government official but uses that stolen goods to give back to the poor and do a better job with that money, is it good or is it still bad that he stole? And they're having this conversation.
Wow, they discuss big moral quandaries up here, don't they?
Yeah.
And they look at you and they're like, oh, is that is, I've heard of you. You are the bonded. And they both rise up and they're like, there's a feast here in your honor.
Oh, that's nice.
That's great. Are we the kind of people who would get a feast by you guys?
Are y'all gonna eat us?
No,
Are
of course not.
Are we like the feast?
You are the guest of honor here at the castle. Please, there is no harm going to be done to the bonded here. You are held in high esteem here. You have brought the crystals of creation together into the Radiant Citadel.
I don't know what that is. I definitely didn't do that. Nope.
Oh,
It
well
Doesn't
then.
sound like us at all.
Y'all don't want to like blow us up for it, huh?
No, why would we blow you guys up here? No, we wish to celebrate. Please, through the doors right there, let me show you. And they get up and they walk over to the doors and they open up and there's this beautiful grand banquet hall. The spacious chamber has these tall arched windows with these beautiful views of the celestial landscapes. And the hall itself is adorned with tapestries that are illuminated by these enchanted crystal chandeliers. There's these long dining room tables that are elegantly set with the pure silver and gold in delicate crystal goblets at each one. They're being filled up with these sparkling ambrosial nectar. There is food everywhere. As you look on, there's also this beautiful music being played.
There's a lot of food here.
How is the food so bright as well?
It's like it's made out of like reflective like meat. Is it like a mirror monster that you guys have just like captured and been farming?
This lady who was arguing with another person goes, I'm sorry, I never even introduced myself. My name is Lady Elowin. Of course, everything is glowing with radiant energy. Here we are in Mount Celestia. Well, at the base, at least.
That's a good point.
And as you look at her skin seems to shimmer with this greenish glow to it. And her flowing hair has this cascade of silver and gold in it. And as you look in her eyes, they're like these gemstones, these green gemstones. She has this elegant gown woven from what looks to be pure light that shifts in hue as she moves. And she goes, I would love to have a dance. And laughing beside her is this pretty well-built man. And he says, my name is Eric. I'm here. He's also an Aasimar. He's got his wings tied back a little bit out of and hidden away. But he has this chiseled physique. And he's like, it is good to have some rest here. Bonded, please. You look like you could use a little rest and relaxation. Lady Elowyn, please don't dance their legs off. She laughed, and she goes up to you, Kurgan. Would you care for a dance?
Of course she came up to me. Well, I don't want to be rude. Like, these are, like, pretty much god children, so I kind of have to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that to her, but I'm just going to accept.
Okay. Okay, so she takes your hand and leads you off to where the ballroom area is, still in sight of the area. So, Jay, what do you want to do here?
I think Jay will go over because, at the very least, Jay is immune to poison, so he won't eat anything too bad for him.
Yeah.
Jay would like to go over to the feast and eat the, try and find the weirdest things or the most interesting looking things to eat.
So there is some, like, salads that are adorned with these radiant blossoms. And there are some sensuous, celestial blessed meat that are served. The drink there is somebody comes over to you, one of the servants, and says, would you like the nectar of the heavens? This is a drink that is preferred by most Aasimars. This nectar, a golden honey elixir, is refreshing and invigorating. Please, have one.
Sure. I think you had me at nectar.
Okay, and as you're sipping on that, Arendelle, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I was thinking that what I'll do is Arendelle's going to go and, I guess, take the nearest female Aasimar and start dancing as well.
Okay. There's several Aasimar women who kind of fight for, as soon as you're kind of stand up, they're like, oh, please, take my hand. And another one's, no, he wanted to dance with me first.
These people have nothing better to do but dance. There you go. Must be nice. Do we just like roll performance checks for this?
Yeah, you could either do me a dex. I would do acrobatics would work as well. Any dex base would work. Yeah. And performance would be fine as well.
29.
Charles, what are you doing here?
All right, I'm gonna kind of
man.
just, look around and see if I spot any scholarly types, any like sages or, historians or just that sort of vibed people.
Yeah, so you see there is this old man. His body's a bit stooped by the weight of many years. His face has these lines of wisdom and experience. He has this long flowing beard, now pure white, that cascades down his chest. He's got this balding head that's covered by a tattered pointed hat adorned with arcane symbols. And he's sitting down in a chair. He's got a book open, and he's just halfway reading it, halfway just looking over the crowd.
All right. And then just while, they're dancing and Jay's eating, I'll just be asking him about, some of the histories of the place and some of the different magical practices and, all of that sort of
nerd stuff.
Nerd stuff.
Charles, it is good to see you. I've heard of you. You are actually, my name is Malvovik, Malhevik, Malhavik, and he goes, this is my castle. It is
Oh, I see.
good to see you here. Please, have some of the treats here. This feast is in your honor, as well as your friends. I am here to...
Thank you.
Yes, I'm here to make sure you are well taken care of.
Well, it's greatly appreciated, and quite the reprieve from the welcome we're used to. Oh, and the little lantern man that came and got us, he did terrific. Just an excellent job, on time, just very professional. So just keep that in mind when it comes to promotion time, you know.
Our little lantern is doing well. I will make a note of that to both of our bosses. Now, I have a question for you, Charles. Well,
And shoot, yeah.
I know there's something inside of you, something you can't control. Sometimes I have the same issues.
Interesting.
Yes.
And you have a castle up here?
I do. I want to be better, but I have a lot to work on. It is safe for me to be here. I am watched over and taken care of, and make sure I do not cause harm. I caused much harm in my previous life.
Yeah, I understand that.
No, there's a way out, a safe place to be. After all of this is done, you may stay here in Lunia. Not in my castle, but maybe have your own castle here.
Well, that's incredibly generous, and I will certainly keep that in mind if I'm still standing when all this ends.
Now,
This seems like a pretty great place.
it is. It is a very, very interesting place. It keeps me youthful in my olden age. Now let's talk about this time magic that you have mastered. I'm very intrigued. And he goes into some arcane diatribe with you.
All right, yeah. Charles
Okay.
is just eating it up, having a great time.
Well, Arendelle, why don't you flavor that 29? What are you doing over there with 2 Asimar?
Oh, I think that he'll actually take 2 ASMR and he'll be like spinning them both around and like moving in between both of them, dancing,
Yeah.
like very dexterously and gracefully, moving between both and kind of putting on a show.
As you're twirling around, their wings spread out, and now you're almost dancing in 3 dimensions now. And Kiergan, did you roll me some?
Oh, I didn't roll it's a dex thing, isn't it?
Any dex. You can do acrobatics, a simple dex check, even a performance.
I think I'm gonna do performance because I actually have a bonus to that.
Okay, go for it.
Well, bonus that's higher than 1. Oh, only an 11.
Okay, it's, describe. What does that 11 give you?
Oh, I accidentally rolled it again. I'm a little bit, slow. I didn't really do much dancing in my past, but I'm kind of learning it with this woman. I'm also a little bit stiff in it because I'm basically topless with, a backstrap on, wearing nothing but, 30 fucking swords on my back. And everyone else is wearing, regal attire. I look like I'm just some wild man who crawled in from the bushes just to steal, the hors d'oeuvres or some shit. And I kind of feel like I don't belong.
Yeah, after the dancing, you have plenty of food. There is lively talk. You guys are getting tired. There are rooms for you upstairs to rest and get a long rest. Do you guys want to get to your rooms? Now, most of the people are filing out. There are still plenty left over. The couple of Asimar are still begging you to dance, Arendelle. There's a line of them just... and Kiergan,
A line of them.
Yep, there's a line of them wanting to wait their turn for a dance with you, Arendelle. And for you, Kiergan, Lady Elowin is just keeps pestering you. Did I heard that you punched a god in the face on Eberron? Is this true? I want to hear the whole story.
Okay, so although it's not a god, it was pretty much their equivalent. It's like a demon lord thing, and yeah, it was crawling out of this awful hell pit in the ground, and it was crawling its way up, and everyone was working together, but it was still coming up, and it was just about to crest the lip, and I did the only thing I could really think of, and I just ran up and just slammed my fist into its face, and then it fell back down. Literally the only reason it didn't actually like take over or whatever.
That is amazing. And you have this audience around you as you're telling these stories.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
And Charles, Mr. Malavik, would like to show you his library. And
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so there's tons of books there. And he's just showing you all of his collections, his rare books. It's getting late into the night. Does anybody want to do anything at this party? Jay, we haven't heard from you in a while. Is there anything you want to do?
Jay would like to attempt to contact Jace.
Okay, yeah. Roll me that sweet wisdom 15, please.
Answer the void. Come on, Jace, pick up the phone. Nope.
Oh, yeah, you are very far away in the outer realms. Nope, you cannot get in touch with him. Is there anything anybody else would like to do?
I'm gonna pop or sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go. You can go. It's all good.
In the library after Malavik goes, back to his guests, I assume. I'm just gonna pop a detect magic and look for any sort of magical books.
Yeah, so as you do, there are plenty of magical books. Roll me an arcana with that.
19.
Yeah, not too bad. There are protective sigils, or, sigils all around. As you can tell, if anything leaves with these books or anything out of here, it will probably set off some type of alarm. There are plenty of magical scrolls, magical pens. There's lots of magic here. Magical clock, magical desk. There is a chest that is magical as well.
Well, I'm just gonna read stuff that won't, bother anybody
Yep.
for tonight, and I'll fall asleep in the library, surrounded by like a pile of books.
Yeah,
that I've
you
read.
have a ton of books that you're reading. Anybody else want to accomplish anything for long rest?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, so you guys get into these beautiful rooms. You are literally sleeping on clouds as you lay down. It's the softest mattress you've ever felt. You guys all get a long rest. You wake up and it's still nighttime outside. There's this dark sky with these lights. Everything is aglow, but you can still sleep. Even though everything's glowing, it seems like it's not bothering you. You guys all get a long rest. You wake up. There is a servant that would ask you if you would need anything, any food or anything.
I think I'm good.
I mean, you wouldn't happen to have any magical potions you could give us?
I am sorry. All the magical potions are at the front lines now. It is illegal to sell them here.
Speaking of, are we headed back to the front lines anytime sooner? What's our front lines now? Still ribcage?
The front lines are now... Well, there's two front lines. I am just a servant. I heard rumors that there is war on the Outlands. We are not in the Outlands anymore, sir. We are in Mount Celestia, the Outer Realms here. The war rages in Mechanus, on the verge of Mechanus in Arcadia. I am here to lead you to our master.
Well, boys, are we set to be led to the master?
I mean,
Yeah, I met him last night. He's a heck of a guy.
oh, all right. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay, so...
Oh,
yeah.
wait, sorry. Servant, could you, I'm gonna get you some gold. Could you run to, I assume there's some sort of magical supply store, and get me a tuning fork that's attuned to this realm, this plane?
Of course. That
All right,
is
here you
something
go.
that
Here's,
we could do for you here.
Thank you. Here's
Keep your gold.
250
No,
gold.
I cannot take your money. Here, it is of our honor.
Okay.
And
Oh, all right.
she heads out and then comes back with a tuning fork.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. It is a pleasure to serve. Now, she also says, please, we must head this way. And she heads off. There is this beautiful ethereal garden with these huge, massive trees that rise up into the sky. Their fruits are glowing. There are these golden bricks that lead off into different areas, and she leads you to where this wizard that Charles was talking to the night before is there in the center. He's got a pipe that he's puffing on. He's got this book that he's reading, and as he sees you, he puts the book down and he stands up and he says, I hope you all feel well rested.
Better than I have in a long time.
Then it is...
I think the cloud bed was a bit too soft for me, but still pretty well rested.
He laughs. I think so too. I never like to sleep on those. A good mattress is all I need. If you're ready, I could lead you on to where you are supposed to go. Our master is looking forward to meeting you.
Lead on, I guess.
Before we go, real quick, would you be interested in trading any knowledge, any of those magical books in the library?
Those are my children. I could not part with any of them.
I completely
Can I
understand.
insight check to see if he's being literal?
Sure.
Completely
Alright,
understand. Just had to check. You understand.
I roll with advantage.
I only got a 7.
Oh my gosh, look at that. A 2 and a 1. He's not being literal. He's being... Those are his prized possessions.
Alright. Oh, it's just that we're in like a new magic place and I didn't really know if that was... Yeah.
He leads you further into this garden and to where there's this archway where these white ivy are spreading up and over it. And he puts this gnarled staff that he's using as a walking staff, and he puts it on the ground, and he closes his eyes, and he says a few words, and the ivy's leaves begin to fall, and as they touch the ground, the archway begins to glow, and he's like, you may enter whenever you like.
Alright. I guess I enter then?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll enter too.
Okay. As you reach through, you see there is this castle made from treasure. It's got this towering gateway of these gleaming treasures of jewels and coins. Each one is just perfectly placed in this massive shimmering of coins and platinum. They form this grand archway and gem-encrusted golden bricks that create the walls of this castle. There's this path leading from this archway that you just crossed through to this entryway. It is paved with this flawless, polished gemstones, casting this radiant, colorful reflections with each step. Flanking the entrance is these 2 statues of celestial dragons. Their eyes are blazing. With those with arcana can feel protective magic out of these 2 statues. There's these gemstones for eyes, and their claws are made out of metal, and the scales and wings are expertly detailed. As you enter, Clerk, get closer to the door, the eyes begin to blaze with light, and the doors begin to open. And there...
That's cool.
Yeah, standing in the doorway is an old man. He has this regal air about him. He is slightly stooped, but he's got this presence of command. He has hairs long, silver white, like freshly fallen snow, and his beard reaches down to his chest. He's got this white, almost platinum silvery robe on, and his eyes are this crystal blue. He looks at you and he's like, it is about time, Bonded, that we have met formally. I am Bahamut.
Yep, thought so.
And I have been following you for a very, very long time.
Kiergan is going to say, I thought Bahamut was supposed to be a dragon. You just look like an old guy.
Yeah. Yes. It's hard to get around and know what people truly think of you, or what is truly happening in my normal form. Thus, I take this form. This way, I can truly pass under people's noses without any of them knowing the truth.
I feel like nice to meet you is kind of an understatement, but nice to meet you.
Welcome to my home, please. We do have a lot to talk about. And he leads you into this beautiful castle. There is these pillars of gemstones, these colossal gemstones in sapphires, emeralds, and diamonds that hold up these pillars and refract and scatter light in these dazzling displays of like almost kaleidoscope colors that dance across the castle. And statues are everywhere. There's these ethereal chimes that, as you get closer, they emit this enchanting sound and almost like a soothing harp sound around you. And there's this radiant divine light that bathes the whole area. He brings you through the castle and he's like, "It is about time I showed you your real path that must be taken. It is a path that is dangerous, but only you can take this path. No one else must bear this burden. You do have the orb from the Radiant Citadel with you, correct?"
Yeah, we do.
Excellent. Well, that orb right now is empty. It needs to be filled with energy. 3 different forms of energy must be placed into that orb before you make it into the blood rift. And as he does, he brings you to this mural, and it has 3 different dragons on it. And he points to one of them. It is Bahamut himself. And he says, "This is me. I came from the positive energy. This is my sister." And he points his staff towards Tiamat. "She came from negative energy. And this is my brother, Nell. And he came from the neutral energy." All 3 of us represent the positive, negative, and neutral energy realms. It is those that will combine and enter this crystal, this orb. We need to bring this crystal to our master craftsman in the Soul Forge in Mount Celestia, and we will fill that with my essence. Then you must take this orb with you to Tiamat and have her fill the orb with the negative energy. And lastly, take it to Nell, and he will fill it with the neutral energy.
And they'll just fill it up if we ask nicely?
They know this is the only way to defeat Gareth in where he is at underneath the blood rift.
Okay, great.
They are looking for you. It will not be easy.
Well, yeah, nothing has so far, so this is a good plan.
Then follow me. And he takes you to another gateway. And as he enters it, you follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
If you
doing anything
can't
else.
follow, if you can't follow Bahamut through a portal, who can you follow?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we walked straight into freaking, what is his name? Vecna's domain. I think we can follow.
Yeah. As you enter, there is the biggest forge you have ever seen in your life. The heat from this thing is radiating out. It's almost like sitting too close to a fireplace. You want to step back, but there's no place to avoid this. There is this dwarf. He is regal with his clothing, and he has this silver beard that reaches down to his waist. He stands at average height. He's got this elegant silver trimmed robes. His attire's got this, it's practical. It's got numerous pockets all around where the pouches are filled with tools, and there's some gemstones coming out of it and enchanted different materials. His belt carries this finely crafted hammer and chisel. All of it has celestial motifs on it. He has this massive forge that he is hammering at, and he stands up straight. He's like, Bahamut, I assume this is the people you were talking about you're bringing? And he goes, yes, Arcturus. This is the bonded. They are here to bring forth the orb of goodness. Excellent. Well, bring it in. There's this place that he, circular, almost like a hole, that he asks you to put the orb inside of.
Can we, like, hold on to it when it's in there? No offense, but, like, it's kind of, like, really important. And although I do trust you, it's better to have holding on to it be a habit than have it not be one.
I have never done this before, so I could say yes, but I'm not sure what would happen.
Probably a good idea for us to just not hold on to it. Maybe you don't want to lose your hand or something like that.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, so do you place the orb in this hole?
Yeah.
Okay, as you put the orb in, Bahamut puts both hands on the orb. He looks at Arcturus, and Arcturus nods. All of a sudden, energy crackles from this old man, and all of a sudden it grows into scales as you see the dragon begin to form, and he screams out in pain as energy exits him and into this orb. As he screams, the dwarf almost wants to stop the process as he sees the pain from his master, but Bahamut refuses. Back away, he says. And the dwarf takes 2 steps back. And then all of a sudden, this energy enters this orb and crackles, and Bahamut falls back. He takes a deep breath. See, it is done. You may take
All right.
you. And
is it going to be that painful for everybody else as well?
It was for me. I have never done this before. I have heard that the energy leaving us will leave a wound that will take a long time to heal. You have taken much of my energy now into this. Once you add all 3 of these energies, it will be enough to defeat what you need to defeat. But I need to rest. Arcturus, please give Arundel what he needs. He nods. And he goes,
anything.
He looks, Arcturus reaches down into this platinum box, and he picks it up, and he hands this to you. This is for you, Orb Bearer.
Okay, I'll take it. Well, what?
And
Open the box. What's inside the box is the orb?
it is a seed, almost like an acorn, but the size of a palm.
I will ask him what it is.
This is an astral seed. You put this inside a dead star to revive it, but you need something that will heat it up to the heat of a star itself, to awaken it, to make the star alive again.
That's a pretty short list. Do you have anything I can use to heat it up?
I do not. Nothing that will work in the astral plane. I am sorry.
Do you know of anything?
Actually, why don't all of you roll, because there is something that I mentioned in passing. So why don't you all roll me an intelligence?
Just straight intelligence?
21. We do like history or something like that?
No, it's not. It's not in the history books. It's something that was told to you, or you saw, or you overheard something. So this is recalling.
That's right intelligence.
10 from me.
Natural 1, Arundel.
Okay, great.
Looking for a 21.
It was almost a 19 total. I don't have any single bonus whatsoever, so I was never gonna get it.
We all did low.
Yeah. Okay. No. Sorry.
We big
you guys
dumb.
cannot
He's a little high for an intelligence check.
Yep.
A +5.
Oh, if Shelton were here, he probably would have been able to get it. Flash of genius and all that.
Would he
Fortunately,
have?
you do not remember. But there is something in this campaign, something that's passing that will help you.
It's something that I actually heard.
Yep.
Was it this session?
No, it was a while ago.
Well, how am I supposed to remember that? That's like,
Of course. Man, there's so many Easter eggs. He's like, now is the final plan. Bahamut looks at you in his old man form now, and he says, let me take you to the river Styx, and from there you can travel faster to where you need to go. It is up to you where you want to travel to on the river Styx. We have hired somebody to guide you.
Who did you hire?
We've hired an emissary of Kellentor. Please follow me. And he leads you to this beautiful garden, and there is a lake almost. It's more like a pond, and there's these beautiful boats there. You progress through this garden, you arrive at the edge of the garden's edge. It overlooks the mystical river Styx. The river's waters, although foreboding in nature, appear to be tamed by the realm of Bahamut. The celestial garden extends to the river's edge, allowing visitors there to meditate. And as you look down, the water's reflection reflects your image, and it gives a calmness to you. And as you look out, there is a boat coming closer, and there is a hooded figure, dark crimson robe with silver trim. The hood pulls back, and there is Thyros. Hi, it's great to see you guys again. Heard you need a lift.
Good deal.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, good to see you.
How are you? What have you been up to?
He's like, I have been working for Kellentor this whole time. I do hope everything is going well with you.
It's going well enough. You might have heard that Tex decided to retire.
He did?
Yeah.
Is he all right? Everything okay?
I mean, I think he's all right. We found his sister at one point, which I forget if you were like around with us for that, but yeah, it was a bit of a weird encounter, but yeah.
Well, hop in, and we will take you in the river Styx. And
We're on like Tiamat's domain or something like that.
it's up to you. I'll let you choose in another scene, because we're gonna go to the closing scene here. There is Lord Valthor, disciple of Dispater. He looks out on the battlefield of the Outlands. He throws down his staff and he says this arcane phrase, and fire erupts from the ground, and he throws it into Pyroclasmus. And I will roll a 1d4 here for regaining hit points. He's at 3 out of 5, so he's at full strength, so he's at 5 of 5. Does anybody want to use their Crystal of Creation now before he attacks the Warforged?
Okay, might as well.
So who wants to use it?
I think that someone should, considering how few Guardians we kind of have left, so I might as well use mine.
Okay. Comes to life in the Radiant Citadel. Down below, a gateway opens. What emerges?
Well, since this is like a pure chaos thing, it's not going to summon like a creature per se, but instead it's going to summon like an elemental storm, which you're just as likely to be under rain, regular water, as you are fire or diamond or just chunks of rock and just giant things like that. And it's like the most damaging parts of it are like being focused all like around like the bad guys and stuff.
Dude, I like it. Yeah. Okay. And the storm starts to form around like a cyclone as the Greystone of Gargath itself, as it's flying around, creating this vortex. Okay, I'll start it out then. All right, here we go. Who wants to, oh, natural 20? I'll take it. Thank you,
Hey,
sir.
which one of us has the best luck?
I think you have to roll since it's your, Greystone.
It's your thing, yeah.
Alright, 11.
Okay, with this new heightened flames that he was given, his veins start to form molten lava. There's this crystalline embers are forming over its body. He creates this swirling fiery shroud, envelops him, and creates this turbulent, violent energy that the air begins to crackle with heat, and the ground trembles beneath him as he fires up at this hurricane, and the clouds dissipate a little bit. Like the eye of the storm grows like 3 times as wide as now you are down to 4, and I've got 5.
All right.
All right, go ahead, Arendelle. Set it a 7. Okay, all right. We can do this. Oh, it's a tie. We go again. Go ahead. Wow, that's the first tie we've ever had. Oh, an 18. Okay, all right. Come on. A 10.
Let's go.
Okay, what happened? What happened?
Yeah, I'd say that the storm pushes back against the pyroclasmic.
Yeah.
And it starts to freeze over
Ooh.
as everything's going cold.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's losing its light.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So now I'll set the DC here. On a 7. Not very great. Go ahead, Kiergan. Beat a 7.
All right. 16.
Okay, he's down to 3. What happens?
The pyroclasm, he's like already a bit frozen over and he can't get his like fire stuff out of his hands anymore, out of his veins. And as he's like doing this, he's like massive sort of like giant shards of crystal just like lands all around him, and lightning is like striking these crystals and going between them, and it's almost forcing, like creating like a lightning cage around him and like zapping him as he's trying to get out.
Okay, Arendelle, set the DC here. 6. Okay, here we go. Come on. Yes, 14. It's about time. Okay. He's getting frozen over, but then he has this fiery trail of flame that he shoots out of both hands, and these gems break off onto the ground that were frozen, and now his molten lava just fires out, and it actually hits the greystone for a second as the greystone falls into the lava, and it's just bobbing there and slowly sinking into the lava. All right, I shall set the DC here. Come on, give me something good. Not a 3. Not a 3.
What are you on about? That's great. That's perfect. Brilliant.
Here.
It is perfect.
16.
Okay, what happens? I'm down to 2.
As
and
the
you got
crystal
3.
as the crystal is falling into the water, or rather into the lava or magma or whatever you want to call it, it's slowly sinking, and the pyroclasm thinks for a moment, did I just win right there? That's cool. And then as he's thinking that, like, a giant, like, pillar of stone just, like, forces itself up out of the lava. It's, like, pure, like, rock-hard stone, and it's just, like, towering up and higher and higher and higher, and then it just, like, breaks and just collapses on top of him.
Okay, I got 2 strikes left, and you got 3, so it's Arendelle's.
That's my turn, yeah.
Set the DC.
To set the DC, 11.
Come on, let's do this. Natural 20.
Uh-oh.
2-2 here. A blazing halo of crimson flames encircles its head as it steps down to the ground, creating this fiery shockwave of molten lava wave that reaches and crests, and then it falls down onto this crystal, and it laughs. You can't stop me. And you are down to 1 left, right?
No, 2-2.
2-2. All right, you're down to 2-2. All right, so I shall set the DC. 2-2 and a 2. Okay. All right.
And a 7.
Okay. All right. I got 1. You got 2. All right. Let's do this. What happens?
From like the center of this sort of storm thing that is just hanging around the crystal, there's like just more like lightning is just striking around him and hitting him, and like like I said, there's lightning there, but now there's like, instead of just pure lightning, it's just like strikes of fire itself, like pure heat and nothing else that's just engulfing him in pain.
Let's go. I'm down to 1 health. I got to get 2 shots here. Arendelle, set the DC. Okay. This is doable. Oh, we go again.
Ooh.
2 ties. Oh, natural 20. Come on. Oh, shit.
You did it.
You got rid of him. How'd you kill him?
The lightning's all striking around him. He tries to war out, but then everything, all his fire breath just mist over, and he goes completely stone ice, and then one of the lightning strikes hits him and shatters him to pieces.
Oh, that's awesome. And I think that's where we're going to leave it.
The crystals of creation have revealed themselves. Evils emerge across the multiverse. The armies of the abyss gather. The Underdark's plans are near fruition. Chaos erupts across all spheres, and darkness descends on the planes. Alliances are forged in blood. The gods move avatars like pawns on a board, and unlikely heroes emerge to thwart the unstoppable. But will it be enough before the material plane crumbles? The hopes rest in a group of wayward adventurers. The battle of the Outlands awaits.